welcome back to Area 51 and a half Trailer Trash, where we discuss trailers that we happen to see. I am your host, John Allen, also known as Spooky Uncle John. With me, as always, is my co-host and producer,
Snyderman501, Nick Snyder.
Nick, what are we going to watch this time?
Today, we are watching the trailer for the new remake, readaptation, whatever you want to call it, of Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
You know, this is going to be interesting for me to watch because I just reread Children of the Corn from Night Shift last night, the short story included in that anthology. So let's get right to it.
Prepare to witness the horrific rise of the next generation of evil.
Oh dear.
Based on the short story by Stephen King,
What's this voice?
comes the nightmare like you've never seen it before.
Yeah.
I know, it sucks. It's so hard sometimes you can hardly breathe. But I can help with your pain. Brace yourself. He who walks, he taught me. He took care of me. So now I'm going to take care of him.
Oh.
Like killing all the adults.
For starters. He who walks! Come! This is our world now!
Children of the Corn.
Okay.
Oh, that looks cheap. Okay, before you say anything, I just want to say one of the things that I noticed is the first thing that we hear one of the kids say is, "I know it sucks," and I feel like that's a really good setup for this film.
Yeah, here's the thing. Stephen King wrote Children of the Corn back in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's going to be hard-pressed kind of making this work versus and I can't do this without comparing it to the 80s film, which was spectacular and a really good adaptation of the short story because honestly, in the short story, there isn't much. So they had to flesh out a lot of it. You know, flesh out some of the characters, create some characters, weave a really good story, which they did. That 80s film is a fantastic horror movie. It's right up there with the best.
Right.
This has changed quite a bit. Obviously, we're seeing a female antagonist, which makes me wonder what they've done with Isaiah and Malachi, who are terrifying in the original movie and terrifying in the short story, even though they're not in the short story a tremendous amount.
Yeah. At least they gave her Isaiah's hat.
They might do some of the visuals from the book, which, oh my God, the book ending is so different from the movie because it's really not a spoiler alert, but Bert and Vicky don't make it in the short story. And it's really quite horrifying, of course. But this looks like, okay, it's got some really nice shots. It's got some nice visuals. It's got some good cinematography. I don't think the story's going to be all that great because they've thrown in all these adults. They want to apparently see all these adults getting killed. I don't know how much of that is going to take up this movie because in the 1980s movie, it was kind of a blip.
Yeah.
And it worked. So I don't know how much it's going to take up here. I'll watch it, but I have reservations that it's going to be good.
Well, like here's the thing. It says only in theaters March 3rd. Great. But then it comes out on Shudder on like the 21st. So I'll just wait till it's out on Shudder.
Well, yeah, obviously. And the thing of it is, when it says only in theaters March 3rd, it won't be in theaters around here anyway.
Probably not.
Like not in our area. There'll be like a big market somewhere, and usually just in the U.S. But anyway, I do have reservations about this one. I love Stephen King. He's my favorite author. Our aliens that follow us should know that by now. But this just doesn't look.
It doesn't look good.
A lot of Stephen King's earlier works do not update well into our modern society.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Nick, remind our aliens how they can get a hold of us.
You can find us on social media. You can find it on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at the Area 51H. You can find us on Facebook by searching for Area 51.5.
That's all the time we have now for this episode of Trailer Trash, and we'll see you shortly.